Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Infected. As you can see, I'm not sure if I showed it last night, but last time we played, I brought my bed up here and I had a bit of a sleep because I worked late into the night. I'm not sure how much I showed you, but anyway, there's the roof. Needs to be filled in. I suppose I better open the doors. So what's the plan for today? You might ask. So do I. I think I need to finish this. So planks is the order of the day. And I'm not sure if Mike's doing the planking job. Let's take him off of repair stuff. I'll keep him on look crates for now. See if that can... I don't even know where he is. Mike, where are you? Did I confuse you by rearranging the house? I need to move some stuff around as well. But where are we? We're in October, so it's fall. So I do need to, if I'm going to go to a town... Oh, hello, Mike. Oh, thank you. If I am going to go to a town, I need to start... think about it now, before winter. At least if I'm going to a distant one. I know I really should see if I can find where the... Oh, goodness me. He's being pathetic again. Not Mike. My fella. The indie fella. Come on. You're not that pathetic, really. Oh, these are upstairs now. Yeah, so I need to do some moving around and building, but building can happen in the winter. So I really need to take advantage of the few good days we have left before it becomes winter again. How are we going? Yeah, I need to build some more of those. I do need to go to the mine, but the mine's only around the corner, so I can do that in the winter as well. So I think I was making some chests. Oh, well, I'll worry about those later. I think I need to go to a town. And what I need to actually do is check my spear. Oh yes, that's all right. Is go for a drive around and see if I can... I need to... No, not that. I want to have a look in the... Yeah, I've got to. Go for a drive around and see if I can find the truck. Because that needs to be our next major goal, I suppose, is to find the truck. So, I think we had a look when we were looking for the last blueprint. We sort of had a look down here a bit, and it looks like I've left carts here, which means I've definitely been there. So let's go... Well, we've driven up as far as Mike's place both ways and haven't seen the truck, or I didn't see it, doesn't mean it's not there. So let's go up this way, see if we can see the truck. Been playing too many games with different controls, and I'm trying to close the map with the wrong controls. Oops, there we go. Hitting stuff. But if we don't get going, and I probably should have eaten. Hopefully I've got water on me. Let's check that now while I'm close to home. That was not a good place to stop. What a silly thing to do. I do have water. I do have one of those. So now let's empty these fellows. I didn't even notice them there. Oh, that got the adrenaline running a little bit. Luckily, I had a pointy stick and I knew how to use it. Let's just get this, just in case I need it. Well, oh, that's a watermelon. I might grab that as well. And this time make sure there's no one around before I hop off. Alright. I wonder how many of you saw that as I was passing and thought, no, no, don't stop there. But I didn't see it. Oh well, these things happen. Wonder if you can eat raw frog, whether it would affect you, whether it would actually give you any nutrition. So it looks like I got an extra point of energy and I'm almost at an extra point of health. Where are we? We want to go round to the right. Yes, so before I was so rudely interrupted and attacked, I was saying that I've been playing too many different games lately and all the controls are different on them. I should actually go into the keybinds and just make the controls on every game exactly the same. That way I wouldn't get confused. I think I've run out of fuel. Oh well, good job I've got two in here. Oh, I've got an aluminium off of one of those fellows. That's handy. Aluminium's always handy. Alright. So I've been playing, I think I mentioned a couple of episodes ago, I've been playing a bit of Farming Simulator 22 lately. I've been playing the new Platinum expansion, which is quite exciting because it has a couple of objectives, I suppose you call them. It's a logging map, which is really challenging because I have no idea how to use the logging equipment and it really takes a while to learn the controls to use the logging machines. But it's fun, it's very different. Yeah. Oh, by the way, oh yeah, well, I'll better finish what I was saying first, or you'll get confused. Um, so in Farming Simulator 22, the new Platinum expansion, which not that new, it's about 6 months old now. One of the objectives is to rebuild a roller coaster. And when you finally finished rebuilding it, which involves doing a lot of the manufacturing productions, quite interesting to do, you get to ride the roller coaster. So that's fun. Another objective that you can do is to build a yacht and well, you don't get to sail in it, but you get to see it launch. So that's quite exciting too. I was thinking of doing a role play series on it, which would be very different to this. But I think what I probably will do if I do Farming Simulator 22 as a let's play, because let's face it, I'm absolutely useless. Driving in this game is a breeze compared to driving in Farming Simulator 22. Um, I could manage to drive on the roads okay, as long as there's no other traffic. But you can see on the fields when I've been harvesting the snake patterns that my driving has taken. So, yeah. Anyway, it's exciting to try and meet these new objectives instead of just building a big farm and making a lot of money, which is, there's nothing wrong with making a lot of money in a game, but it's a different sort of objective, and I'm finding it quite fun. Anyway, so I thought I might do just a playthrough, um, and see what people think of it. I'm not 100% sure because obviously I have this series going, and I do have other projects, personal projects I'm working on as well. So, I'll think about it. And then the other thought I was having was that one of the episodes instead of doing a jump cut with the driving, I thought I actually put it as a time lapse to music. And I wanted to know what you guys thought of that, whether you prefer jump cut or to just watch the drive in real time and listen to me rabbiting on about nothing at all, really, or whether you like the time lapse with music. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. Um, so for this one, I think I'm just going to rabbit on until we get to somewhere where there might be a truck or not. Let's have a look, see where we are. There should be something around here. Anyway, coming back, I might put it to music. Um, hmm, there's a fellow just waiting to greet me. Alright, now we've dealt with that little bit of nastiness, let's fix ourselves up. My goodness, I'm gonna have to get some more bandages. I'm gonna have to raid this town even before I look for the truck, just to see if there's any bandages around. I'll grab the egg. Eggs are always useful. Let's shut the door. Shut the door. Thank you. Not sure I need Kevlar anymore. I could make some armor, I suppose, but I don't think I really need any more Kevlar, or biofuel for that matter. But I'm taking it anyway. There's nothing there. There never is. Alright. Onion. Probably don't need it. Gonna take it anyway. But what I'm actually doing is looking for the truck. It's got to be somewhere around here. Well, not necessarily this town, but it's got to be somewhere around because let's eat that as well. I want to use one of those first aid kits, or the last one actually. I need to find some more first aid kits as well. I always take dry bricks, not necessarily because I want to build another forge. I may do, may not, but because you need so many for upgrading your place. and I prefer the brick look. So let's take all of those. Probably don't need, oh good, some more bandages. Not that I have a shortage of bandages at home, I just didn't bring them with me. Is that a... no, must have been seeing things. No. I just need first aid kits. I didn't bring any spare ones with me. I always just carry the 3. Well, did I go all the way through the house? Yeah. Oh well. Not sure if I need this fuel. I can always get it at another town, I suppose. I've got one here and I've only just refilled. Put the big stuff in first. And then the stuff that stacks. Don't need seeds. And then the rest of it I'll just carry in my bag. I'll eat that, and I'll eat that, and I'll put a couple of eggs in, because I need to keep those. I'm going to drive further along. Can't remember if I checked this car or not. Yes. Well, that was quite a small town. Let's see if I can... well, can't see the truck anywhere. Well, I'm assuming the truck is in the town. Then I'm not going to have to go traipsing all over the countryside just in case the truck's somewhere else. If any of you know whether the truck does spawn in non-town spots, can you please let me know in the comments? Because I don't want to be visiting all of these towns over and over looking for a truck that's not there, that's somewhere else. Well, I don't really want to be going all over the place looking for a truck in the countryside either, but if it is, well, that's, yeah, gonna have to deal with it, aren't I? But anyway, let's see how we go. So the first objective for me, aside from the truck, which was the main objective for coming out, of course, is to find some first aid kits. It's quite foreboding, isn't it, that big cliff? So I'm not 100% sure I've been all the way around here because, as I say, we went this way one way and then the other way to pick up Mike, and I'm not sure I've actually been in the middle bit. Right. So, I did jury duty last week, and obviously I can't talk about the cases or any of the people involved or present, but I can talk about the process, or at least the process here in Australia, which was interesting in itself. Um, so they call up about 100 people at a time. There may be more, but as far as I know, there's 100 because the numbering goes up to 100. You get when you get there, you register and they give you a number, and then once everybody's registered and that, then you go into this room with lots and lots of seats. So I'm assuming 100 or more seats, and they pull these chips with numbers on out of a box, which is a bit like a lottery. In fact, I mentioned to the fellow sitting next to me it was like being in a lottery no one wants to win. But yeah, and then they choose approximately 36 people. I don't know if they choose more for some cases than others because the um, the courtroom I was in was listening, or the court complex I was in, which is the main one in the town where I live, um, was had a Supreme Court as well as the normal court. So yeah, I'm not sure if that makes a difference whether they pulled more numbers out for the Supreme Court or not. I can't remember. But I didn't get called for the Supreme Court one. I did get called for another case, which I can't tell you about. Um, and 36 of us went into that court, and then they read out the charges, um, and they read out the list of the people involved in the case, their names and where they live. Um, And then if you know anybody involved in the case, then you have to um, uh, apply to be exempt because you can't um, listen to a case that you might know someone in. And if you have any problems with the case, if you have past experience that might make the case difficult for you, or that you have specialist knowledge that might make you give you an advantage that you shouldn't have, you apply to be exempt. And after everybody's written down their reasons for exemption, if they do have some, then the judge looks at the reasons and decides yes or no for each one, whether he will allow you the exemption or not. And then after all of that, then they swear the jury in. Oh no, then they pull out all the numbers of the people that are left in the jury pool. That and they of those they start pulling out 12 numbers, and they keep going because you have to then walk past the accused person, and the accused person and his counsel can choose to object to you, and during that, or they can choose to object to 3 people. I think I've already been in here, haven't I? Yeah. Um, without giving a reason. I've got to remember to look for the truck too. Without giving a reason. And so if they object to you, you just go and sit back down again. If not, then you get put on the jury panel, and you're on that case, and then you get sworn in to do that case. And then once they've sworn in, once they've got 12 people that haven't been objected to, and then sworn in the whole jury, then they send the rest of you back down to the jury pool room, and you have to sit there until the next lottery. And have I done this? Yeah, I've done that one. Um, um, so yeah, and then, as I say, you go down and wait for the next lottery. Oh, let's have that. And so it goes, and you may or may not get selected in the next lottery. Excuse me, frog in my throat. Been talking too much today. I've been at work. Um, yeah, luckily I got chosen for one particular case to go up to the courtroom, but I was they'd got the 12 before my number came up, so I didn't have to do it. So I don't need that. I do need that. I'm losing my voice, I think. So we definitely will have to have music on the way back, because yeah, as I say, I'm losing my voice. No first aid kits anywhere. Oh well. Well, the main thing is we're looking for the truck. Thank you, Grojan, for teaching me how to use the shield effectively. Well, I'm still busy raiding a town, and I haven't found the truck yet, which is what we're here for. That water is always important. This wasn't supposed to be a raiding trip. It was supposed to be a well, we're getting there. I think I'll take that one and put it in the fuel tank, so we're full. All right. So anyway, that's the jury process, and then at the end of the day, sometimes they want you for 2 or 3 days, and sometimes they only want you for the one day. So because the case I was taken up to listen to, I'm assuming, and it actually affected me quite badly. I only had to do one day. So, because you hear all the details of the case, even if you are not selected for the jury, and so if you have past history of trauma that might affect you, they will excuse you, and they have counsellors. They were really good. Anyway, in between the lotteries that no one wants to win. There's no truck around here, no. Um, there's a couple of lounge rooms, and they have coffee tables, they have desks, and free Wi-Fi, and tea, coffee, all of that business. They have a pool table, they have chess boards, checkers boards, Scrabble and games like that. If you want a book, they recommend you bring your own. And yeah, and they have biscuits and stuff. They don't provide lunch. You have to provide your own lunch, and you do get paid for the day. Although the amount they pay for the day is less than I earn in an hour. But by law in Australia, at least, your employer has to pay you what you would normally get paid for that day. if you'd gone to work. So I think they probably get reimbursed through the tax system, but I can't 100% guarantee it because yeah, I haven't gone into that side of it. As long as I get paid my daily wage, it doesn't bother me. You know, my employer, well, I work for the government anyway, so um, it would be just one government department paying another government department. So, but your employer deducts the amount that you get paid by the jury commission for the day. Yeah, you don't get to double dip. Although, as I said, I earn more in an hour than they pay on a jury. Yeah. Anyway, so that was that experience. It was an interesting experience to have. Stressful, but interesting. And as I say, they do offer counselling if any case significantly affects you in any way. You well, it's up to you. They don't. They offer it. Like when we came out of our case, because it was the details that even just the reading out the charges could affect people. They asked each of us individually if we were okay and if we needed to speak to a counsellor. And we didn't hear all the details. All we heard was the the charges. I'm getting a lot of attacks today. I suppose I am going around their towns, so it's got to be expected. But goodness me, I think I need to head back home. Oh, since I don't have any health kits, I'm not going to stop here. I'm just going to drive straight on through. Actually, this is Mike's town. Probably quicker to drive through and home this way. Since it's dark now. Got dark quickly. The day went quickly. And I'll restock at home with health kits. So yeah, no jump cut, but a bit of fast forward with music, and I'll talk to you when we get back home. Okay, so we're back. As you can see, I'm having a bit of trouble organising myself. Um, so I'm going to take this stuff upstairs and then call it a night. Just sorry, I'm just watching my weight while I'm talking. I've got it all. I may or may not jump cut that instead of using the music. I guess you'll find out when after I've edited it, but since I don't really know, um, I can't tell you at this stage. Right. So now I'm overweight. Oh well. Um, but yeah, as I say, you'll find out during the episode because yeah. Um, don't think there's anything else that was interesting what happened while I was out. Didn't know I had any cobalt. Must have picked it up for one of the many people that decided to attack me on the way home. Well, that's copper. That's not the right one. Aluminium and cobalt. Yeah. Um, copper, copper, copper. All right, let's get the rest of these away so I can work it out properly. Engineering. But yeah, I can't. I did say I was going to um, do music, but as I say, it really depends on what I decide to do when I actually um, do the edit. Because I was normally I would do just the music and fast forward, but it's a bit boring watching someone driving through the night when you really can't see anything. Um, so maybe I'll jump cut it. I'll try editing it to music first, see what it looks like, and if it still looks boring in my opinion, I'll jump cut instead. Lead, lead or clay. Where did I put the clay? Oh, there. Because I've moved everything around, I can't find it now. And these go with the animal parts, which is upstairs. And I'm sort of discombobulated because in between recording the last episode and recording this one, I've edited 4 episodes that I had recorded, and I don't know where I am. I've lost track of where I'm at. What do I want? I want to put the biofuel away. I love that it stacks now. Those need to go upstairs. All right. So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate the time that you choose to spend with me, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. I try and make sure that it's enjoyable for you. Oh, we've got lots of stuff. I actually want to bring up some of the boxes, but I'll do that off camera. That's boring work. And next time, I don't know. Maybe I'll build a bit more. But I do want to find out where that truck is at least, and go from there. All right. Good night, everybody, and I'll see you next time.